Hi, everyone. It's me, Krylios, Team Racing Productions MC and producer. And joining me today is Chairman Phil Mendelson. Welcome.
Thank you. It's glad to be here.
It is a pleasure to have you here with us today. Thanks so much for being here. And let's start this off. Just introduce yourself to our viewers and give us a little bit about your background for those who are watching.
Sure. So again, I'm Phil Mendelson. I'm the chairman of the council. I've been the chair of the council since 2012. Before that, I had been an at-large or citywide member of the council. Before that, I was an ANC commissioner. So I was very much in the thick of grassroots issues in the city for about 20 years. I came here to Washington to get an undergraduate degree from the American University in political science. I'm probably one of the few people who got a political science degree who's actually practicing craft. Yes. And I enjoy public service because we can make a difference in this world and make this a better place. And that's certainly what I think of.
Certainly. As you said, you've been the chair of the council now since 2012. Tell me, Chairman, what have you enjoyed the most about the role since you've been in it?
Well, I certainly enjoy interacting with people, but I enjoy, and this is not so much legislative, being able to help people. So for example, recently I was at a block party and some folks asked me to come over and look at the alley behind their house because in fact, somebody was trying to buy it from under them, would not even be able to have access to their house. And so I was able to stop the tax sale. And I've been working with them, trying to see if we can't make the alley a public alley. Little things like that, helping folks, or, residents that were, I'm remembering a year ago, residents who didn't have heat in an apartment complex in Southeast. And I believe it was Woodbury Terrace. And so I went over and met with them. And actually it was because of my intervention that the housing inspectors picked up their pace and did more. These are things that feel good. And then on the legislative side, there are victories large and small, getting budget autonomy for the city so that we have more independence over our budget and are not held hostage when Congress, when the federal government shuts down. That's a big deal. Maybe the proudest moment in my career was managing through the council the marriage equality legislation. This was several years before the Supreme Court. I think and we were the 7th. That made a difference in a lot of individuals' lives. Victories large and small.
Certainly.
All of that is what gives me energy with this.
Awesome. And 10 years on, you're back again to throw your hat in the ring as the incumbent. Why did you decide, to continue with it for this cycle? You have things left unfinished that you want to continue tackling and making sure see the whole way through?
Well, totally. I want to make a difference, and I think there's more to be done. And an area that I've been investing a lot of effort in the last couple of years is public education. And, this is going to take some time. So it's not something that just gets fixed in a couple of years, but we can do so much better with public education. Yesterday, I visited 3 schools. After that, I looked up online what the test scores are for the kids in those schools. A couple of them, the number of kids who score at level 5 and the Park exam, which only has 5 levels, was 0. The number of kids who scored a level 1 and 2, which is below basic, 75% of the kids.
Wow.
Yeah, there's so much room for improvement here. And I think we can do it differently, better, faster in terms of improving educational outcomes. We're talking about people's lives. And we're also talking about the long-lasting repercussions on social justice issues. Kids who drop out of school or who get a high school diploma that really is worthless, those are kids who are probably not going to have jobs. And those are kids who are probably going to get caught up as adults in various aspects of the social, social services. And we can be doing so much better by them if we ensure that they get a good quality education. So
that is important. Yep.
There's a lot to be done. And I know that one of the top issues of concern to residents today is public safety, as our city used to be. And I used to chair our Judiciary Committee, so I have some knowledge in that area. And I think we can be doing a better job of doing what I call smart policing, and in that way, reducing violent crime.
Certainly, certainly. What makes you the best choice for voters this election cycle?
Well, I would say several things. Thank you for the question. So I just pointed out some issues that I think are important, and I think I can make a difference in terms of bringing my knowledge and my focus. I have a record that I can point to where I've been able to get difficult issues through the council. Every year I get the budget through. It's a budget that sure comes from the mayor and it gets marked up by the committees, but in the end, I put together the final package and I'm able to get it to the council with a unanimous vote. There's an ability to get things done, which is important. I have a track record here. That's what people should look to me for reappointment. I often call elections as a job interview, and asking to be reappointed by the voters for another 4 years. Point to one issue that makes a big difference, and that's now why am I blanking on universal paid leave. I got that through the council on a split vote back in 2018 over the mayor's opposition and opposition from the business community. This is paid leave for medical, for a new parent, even for family. Universal leave. It's something they've been talking about on the national level for a decade, and they haven't been able to get it through. I was able to get that through. And if I remember correctly, the votes were 7-6 or 8-5. That's a big deal, but it speaks to my ability to get legislation through. That's another reason why people should. The issues that I've been good on, the issues that I care about, the fact that your issues are my issues. But then I would add to that as the chairman of the council, I have a level of responsibility that no other council member has. And that is the ability to convene the legislature, to bring the legislature together so that we're not polarized like Congress, to be able to stand up as a co-equal branch of government to to represent the legislature before Congress. This is all experience that I have and a record of being able to do that and do that well. And so that is another reason why folks should look to me.
Thank you.
I hope that I'll have their vote.
Certainly. Now, Chairman, when does voting begin in DC?
Early voting begins June 10th, I believe. Primary election is June 21st.
June 21st. So for those who are watching, you need to make sure that you are registered to vote. If you want to check your voter status and you want to register to vote, you can go to headcount.org to check your status and register. Once again, that is headcount.org. Now, Chairman, how can people follow you, learn more about your campaign, and support if they want?
Sure. That's probably the most important election. Our website is mendelsonforchairman.com. Mendelsonforchairman.com, all that spelled out, mendelsonforchairman.com.
And they can also go to social media.
Yeah, now you're testing me there. Well, it's there. Vote Mendo.
Yeah, Vote Mendo. on Twitter and Instagram, and Phil Mendelson on Facebook. So for
Yeah.
those who are watching, those links will be in the description below, so you can go ahead and check them out at your leisure. Thank you so much. Now, Chairman, thank you for being here with me today. It's been such a pleasure to talk with you, and I wish you much success on your campaign.
Well, thank you. Thank you for inviting me, and I'd be happy to come back anytime.
Certainly. It is always a pleasure. To our viewers who are watching, thank you for being here. Please follow Team Racing Productions on all forms of social media. Like, comment, and subscribe. But most of all, thank you for watching. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.